out of the way. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Monday Night Raw, or Alone Day Night Raw. I am Gorilla Monsoon, here with Edward Collins and with Corey Graves. And today on Monday Night Raw, or Moon Day Night Raw, I guess I really should say Alone Day Night Raw, we're not sure what we're going to see. Last week we had Cyber Slam. Gorilla Monsoon says, "Yep, that is true." Edward Collins says, "We did happen to see we did happen to see we did happen to see Cyber Slam last week around this time." Well, Corey Graves says, "And it was a good one. We got to see SpongeBob SquarePants, besmirch and bury Seth Rollins." Corey Graves said, "Would you stop with that? Would you be earnest? Don't start with that besmirching shit." So, would you be earnest? Would you stop with that whole burying, shaming, and besmirching thing? Because you know the SpongeBob SquarePants didn't do that at all to Seth Rollins. Gorilla Monsoon says, "Well, here it is," Killian Cross says. "Take it or leave it." So, I want a greater dare. Everyone that I've been wrestling and fighting so far haven't been seen to give me that dare that I've been looking for. So the way I look at it, someone who's been wanting to give me that, someone who's been looking, I've been looking for a fight. And I want to know who's going to be bold enough to give that fight to me. Because that's what I would like to know. That's what I would like to know. Who's going to give that fight to me? Who's going to stand up to me and who's going to dare me? But I guess we don't really have anyone who's going to, do that. Because there might be a whole team of weaklings. Hey! Hey, Scarlet O'Dove, is that either your true name or not? Which it most likely is not. And Killian Cross going around bitching about everyone being a weakling. How about the shit you did to me, Ashley Williams said. 2 fights. Yeah. And the shit you did to me, and you're going to talk about someone being a weakling. Well, I would happen to say the weakling would happen to be you. So, if you're bold and fearless, former 2-time WWE NXT heavyweight fighter, then need be you fight me again. Unless you're frightened you'll take your loss. You see, yeah, there was a time, Killian Cross, when you were unstoppable and looked like you were unstoppable and unbeatable the whole time you were on NXT. But when you went from NXT to Raw, you took on some losses. Well, loss 1 came to the hands of Jeff Hardy. Loss 2 came in the hands of a man that you had beat before when you were on NXT, to Keith Lee. And loss 3 came to the hands of Samoa Joe. Oh, it's true, you beat Jeff Hardy and Keith Lee, but the besmirchment was already done because you already lost 3 times. And yes, you did go on to beat John Morrison, so yeah, but it was already done. You already talk about 3 losses. So at the end of the day, I actually believe that you are not as unstoppable and unbeatable as you make yourself out to be. And as Scarlet Dove over there, she says that you are unbeatable and unstoppable. So why don't you give me the fight? Well, I would like to say that I'm the only one around here who can actually put a fight together, Astronema says. Yeah, me too, Ecliptor says. I'm the only one that can actually make that fight. So, the way I look at it, my princess, you got a bind that needs to be dealt with. So, yeah, you're right, Ecliptor. You're right. It is a hang-up I need to deal with. So, since you two don't seem to like each other, today here on Monday Night Raw, or Alone Day Night Raw, it's going to be Ashley Williams fighting Killian Cross, the former 2-time WWE NXT heavyweight fighter. Astronema says. Well, Ecliptor says, you got your fight. You got your match. You actually think, Astronema, that I am frightened enough of you? I'm not. When I'm done taking care of Ashley Williams, I'll take care of you. I'll take care of Ecliptor, Algar, Godzilla, Andros. Yeah, you ain't going to be taking care of anyone, Astronema says. You lay a hand on me, and you're fired, friend. And if you even think you're going to do anything to my daughter, my queenling, you're going to be hurt, harm, aching all over Killian Cross. Well, you can see that Killian Cross is already starting his shit already again, Gorilla Monsoon says. Killian Cross believing that he is an unstoppable, unbeatable man, and that he can't understand how he lost to Jeff Hardy or Keith Lee or to Samoa Joe. Gorilla Monsoon said, no, he don't. He really doesn't. Ashley Williams took him out of armbar, Gorilla Monsoon says. Yeah. You know, Edward Collins says, Killian Cross can talk about how he's unbeatable and unstoppable, but he lost to Jeff Hardy, Keith Lee, and Samoa Joe. And it's not like he lost to them. It's not like he lost to them, He lost 3 weeks in a row. Actually, 2 weeks to them. Oh! And right now, Ashley Williams beating up on Killian Cross, the former WWE NXT heavyweight fighter, Gorilla Monsoon says. Right now, Corey Graves said, some folks have a bad day. Even Killian Cross has a bad day. But Killian Cross, he came back from those 2 losses. Oh! He just hit him in the back of the head. Now that looks like a man who is unbeatable and unstoppable. That looks like a man that doesn't let 3 losses besmirch him. Corey Graves says. Ashley Williams, he's been losing to Killian Cross again. Corey Graves said, ding ding ding. Here is your winner. Killian Cross. Well, Gorilla Monsoon said, wait a minute, Killian Cross just for Ashley Williams right out of the bed. Right out of the ring. And onto the bed out there. Nothing more than a creep is Killian Cross, Gorilla Monsoon says. Yeah, Edward Collins says Killian Cross is nothing more than a creep who sees himself as this unbeatable, unstoppable man. But we all know he already lost about 3 times when he went from NXT to Raw, Corey Graves Edward Collins said. Yeah, well, there's a double standard, Corey Graves says, about how wrestlers are handled on NXT and NXT UK and how they get handled on Raw and SmackDown, Corey Graves says. But at the end of the day, Killian Cross, he beat Ashley Williams, and that is that. I beat Ashley Williams again. The man who was known for beating Deadites, fiends, and had for years. So, since I already beat Ashley Williams, I think that makes me unbeatable, and that makes me unstoppable. And I think I should go either for the TWF heavyweight winnings or the world heavyweight winnings. Wonder Woman, Roman Reigns, your booty is mine. Well, we got Michael Cole here. Killian Cross. So far, once again, you have beat Ashley Williams. You have beat many folks so far. You beat many folks. Like, you beat Ethan Lightfoot. You beat Edward Collins, Ashley Williams. But where do you go? Where do you go from here? You also beat the Green Lantern. Where do I go from here, Michael Cole? It's smooth to know where I go. I told you, I'm going to become the TWF heavyweight fighter or the world heavyweight fighter. That's where I go. And at the end of the day, if I have to go through other folks to do it, I will do it. You see, Astronema and Ecliptor think they're playing games with me. Oh, if I'm going to go after Astronema and Ecliptor and Elgar, I will. If I go after Godzilla and Andros, I will. And I sure hope that Wonder Woman and Roman Reigns are both watching. The TWF heavyweight fighter and the world heavyweight fighter are watching and looking. Because I'm the man who won't care to take any one of them out. Yeah, you know, Michael Cole, Killian Cross has you know, he's only been in TWF for a month, you know. And it was luck, we would say, that we both were being sold at Walmart that day. But at the end of the day, the way we look at it, it wasn't luck at all. It was going to happen. So, everyone needs to watch out for Killian Cross. Because next, at the end of the day, he is going to be either the TWF heavyweight fighter or the world heavyweight fighter. He's not playing around. You just saw what he did to Ashley Williams. That's what he'll do to anyone else that he ends up getting in the ring with. Well, we're gonna see. Well, you say a lot of shit, you know. But hold on, you say a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, don't you little think you're getting the cart ahead of the horse? I already have the cart. I already have the cart and the horse. So at the end of the day, no, I don't think I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm that good. And yeah, there may have been a double standard of how I was handled on NXT and handled on Raw. But at the end of the day, I will be the world heavyweight fighter. I will be the TWF heavyweight fighter. And there's nothing I can do about it. Well, that was my talk with Killian Cross and Scarlett O'Dove. Back to you, Gorilla Monsoon. Well, thank you, Michael Cole, for talking with Killian Cross here on Monday Night Raw, or Alone Day Night Raw. Well, looks like it is all the time we got here from Monday Night Raw, or Alone Day Night Raw. I am Gorilla Monsoon for Edward Collins and Corey Graves. We hope you like Monday Night Raw, or Alone Day Night Raw, and we'll see you tomorrow for NXT.